briefly describe to me how we moved from counting pins and widgets and workers to multiple outputs and multiple inputs, and how does the Office of National Statistics deal with all those challenging over time?
Yeah, so we produce a range of productivity statistics to reflect the fact that there are lots of different outputs and lots of different inputs. The easiest one is to think about how much the economy produces as a whole, GDP, our total economic output in the country, and divide that by the number of people that are contributing to it. So a measure of GDP per worker, or GDP per hour worked, if you want to take into account people who work different lengths of time. But then you've also got other types of input in the production process. It's not just people who make stuff in the economy. You've also got to use machinery and equipment, intangible assets, and lots of other things besides, in which case you might want to combine multiple inputs and make something that we call multi-factor productivity. But if you want to measure the output of a range of industries, not just pin factories and widget makers, but all the services in the economy as well, we need some way of combining those things together. And we typically do that and avoid double counting by using a measure we know as gross value added. If you think about a bakery and they use flour, if you were to count the output of the flour maker and also the output of the bread maker, you might risk double counting the flour there. So we subtract out costs that businesses pay where they're buying other businesses' output to make this value added measure, and then account for changes over time so that we're in the real space, because what productivity is really about is converting quantities of inputs into quantities of outputs. We don't care very much about prices. It's all about the technical efficiency of turning X into Y.